A lot of people are not happy about Javon Evans and his contract signing only being off commercial break. No, on a commercial break. And then he had another segment with Los Americanos during a WWE exclusive digital backstage segment, which was not on TV. So not only did we get Javon on commercial break, but after the show, when almost everybody left the arena, we get another. I'll just search this up. There we go. Contract signing. People are not happy. Many people are puzzled about Javon Evans being, yeah, on commercial break, yeah, on the main roster. Well, that's great. Dude's he's a main roster star now. But I mean, the only problem is he got done dirty on his first night. That's pretty unideal. People are puzzled. I mean, at least he's a official Raw member though. WWE talent frustrated over Javon Evans Raw signing being on the commercial break. Yeah, he got signed in front of a live crowd, but not in front. I mean, I didn't even know this happened. I had no idea that he was even signed at first. Still don't know why. Did I comment under this? Yeah, me either, dude. Yeah, I didn't even realize Javon was even signed to the main roster at first. I was actually surprised that he got signed, but I didn't know because they didn't bother to air it. And this isn't a good look considering that I mean, I don't mean to make things about color, but the dude's the only black single star officially on Raw who's not in a tag team because you got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day, and then no one else really. I just find it strange that that's how they choose to handle it. But apparently, I'm not the only one because, I mean, it really rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that. I mean, and then he had a segment with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, which I'm not calling them Rayo and another dude. They're New Capture Republic or Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. I really enjoyed Pete Dunne as the bruiserweight, which is why I find this role that he's playing very bizarre, especially since they don't do anything but follow Ludwig around. I mean, since I watched AAA, I mean, El Grande Americano's gimmick is growing on me, but I just liked Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser wasn't really too fond of the gimmick itself, but it is what it is. Finn Balor shares that he smoked weed while training. This year will be 10 years, 2016 in 2026. That'll be 10 years since Finn Balor has been on the main roster, but he's never really gotten to hold another championship that he never really lost. That's always kind of bummed me out, especially because people who don't really know how good Finn is, they'll underestimate him. And then because I mean, his career is stagnant in the Judgment Day, and it's really unfortunate because he's the person who created the Bullet Club, you know? It's unfortunate for real. More people are confused as to why Javon Evans was signed. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't get it. I don't understand. Chris Jericho reportedly very interested in a TNA. That will be interesting. Hopefully we get something like Chris Jericho versus probably somebody like Mustafa Ali. Have Mustafa's action going in against Y2J or he's not Y2J. He's someone else now. Oh wow. Yeah, Truth is part of the yeah, he's been around for a while, but I truly think that his momentum has been wasted. John Cena versus Ron Killings. That was supposed to be something amazing. And then they never even had a match after Truth's character change. They never even had a match. And now he he went from not having a match with Cena after cutting off his hair on Raw, and then he got a new gimmick change, and then he fruit roll up Aleister Black to gain momentum, if you can call it that, and then he went back to catering, and then now he's just back to being the comedy character slash serious character. He lost to Gunther, and then that was the last time I've really seen him. I wasn't expecting anything too major though, because he wasn't even supposed to be signed in the first place apparently. But yeah, this Javon Evans thing is crazy. People are so happy about it, and then he just, he just, I don't know, man. A lot of people are upset about it. People backstage, I mean, uh, I know that no names are going to be listed. Oh, look at this right here. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of, yeah, that is an insult. That is an insult. Javon Evans signed with Raw. Yeah, didn't sign a thing. That's a fake contract. And called up. See, that's what I'm talking about. People are talking about. People are saying. People are saying that you know. Hold on. What's this? Evans signed during commercial break. Tells you exactly what the company thinks of him. That is true. I mean, if the company has your big initial moment on the main roster officially, because he had matches before with Gunther and Pete Dunne, but that just shows how they look at you. That just shows how interchangeable and disposable you are on the first night, on your first official night, supposedly being a part of the roster, and then they don't even show you on TV. I didn't learn that Javon Evans was signed to Raw until the next day, until Tuesday. NXT Day was when I first found out that he was on the main roster. It is, it is an insult. And another thing, people are saying that, Javon's disrespect on the main roster was somehow a storyline. Like they're going to make it into it's a storyline and we're looking too much into it. It's going to be Javon, in a storyline, and they're going to flip it and make it. People try to people try to have false hope about situations. See, that's the thing about wrestling fans that's pathetic. They'll see something bad and then they'll try to convince themselves it's a part of some magical storyline that doesn't exist. Javon Evans was just disrespected. It's not really a storyline. They can turn it into one, but it's not a storyline. People people get this false hope, and then as soon as you say something they don't agree with, then what you're saying is negative, even though that they have the same opinion, but they just don't want to be hated on and bombarded for having a different opinion. The wrestling fans are little mole rats on a hamster wheel. Javon Evans being signed during a commercial break when nobody could see him was not a part of a storyline. Another thing that's weird is that Javon Evans, he had another segment. It wasn't him being signed, it was him setting up a match. I think it was between him and Tyler Bate, a part of Los Americanos, which I'm not acknowledging that at all. They're Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and Ludwig Kaiser. But Javon Evans has a match for next Monday, and that was set up not during a commercial break, but after the show was over. So it was on a WWE.com exclusive or whatever. So then again, like he got disrespected twice in one night. That's crazy. They're not off to a good start with the young OG. I've been a fan of the young OG since his DPW days, him as Jay Malachi, and he won the trophy. He won the DPW championship, but I just don't know why they chose to do it like this. Like, did they choose to do one of the top NXT favorites dirty and expect nobody to care? That's interesting, but that's about. I mean, that's about all. That's all the news I had as far as Javon Evans. The crowd was not. The crowd was happy because they thought this was a part of the show. But then again, modern crowds in WWE will cheer for anything. I mean, if you're on the main roster for 3 seconds and win a championship, they'll say you deserve it. If a match starts for 3 seconds, if the bell rings 3 seconds later, and the opponent A and opponent B are in opposite corners, the crowd will chant, "This is awesome." It's like the crowds are seals, and they have ADHD and they can't help it. They have to chant something. But this Javon Evans thing, I mean, I don't think people are going to forget about this. Usually WWE expects people to forget about something if they tell you to. Like it was Braun Breaker versus CM Punk, and they said this is Braun Breaker's first ever title match for the world title. And then you go back to NXT Gold Rush, and Seth Rollins was the champion at the time, defending his world championship against Braun Breaker. But yeah, hopefully things get better for Javon as far as his treatment by the company. Javon is good, like he's super over. Uh, he's a prospect. He's a prodigy. He's the young OG, as he used to be called, the Tupac of this generation. Only DPW fans know about that one though. But yeah, hopefully things get bouncy. Hopefully things. I have no faith in the main roster, but hopefully he's done justice. Well, that's about it. That's about it really. That's about it really. That's all I had to say.